These are 5 strange but amazing multi-classes in the end. Now, let's roll initiative. The Brute Pirate. And we start the list with the most classical and well-known multi-class of all of the bands. The Brute Pirate is a Barbarian and Rogue multi-class. For it, we're going to start with 5 levels in Barbarian. From those 5 Barbarian levels, we are going to get Rage, Reckless Attack, and Multi-Attack. For stats, we want to focus on Strength, Dexterity, Constitution, and maybe a 4th stat that will be related to some skills that we want to be good at. Like, for example, if you want to be a charismatic character, maybe you can be good at Persuasion or Intimidation, and you can pump out a bit more charisma than other stats. After these few levels, we really want to go rogue all the way rest until we play these characters till the end. So if you get to level 10, 12, 15, any sort of level that you reach, even to level 20, you go only full rogue. For this combo, we can ensure sneak attack through the use of rapiers, so even if we pump our strength, we can still get sneak attack because rapiers are still finished weapons. Rogues got a lot of sneaky little ways where they can get advantage, but we got reckless attack. That is enough for giving us all the advantage we need. So every time we attack with the rapier, we get sneak attack used by default. Probably on the first turn you will always want to rage and start with sneak for sure, but the thing is that the rogue offers to the barbarian a lot of stupidity, a lot of damage with sneak attack, and a lot of possibilities beyond. You turn from an amazing combatant into an incredible combatant and also skilled. For subclasses, 2 that work really well are Fellow Barbarian for the first 5 levels, and for Rogue we are going to pick up Swashbuckler. A lot gives us 3 resurrections and a little bit more damage that always is very handy, and Swashbuckler gives us improved initiative through our charisma, and also a lot of mobility through the passive spell. Possibility of that moving away from enemies that you attack combos also amazingly well with the unarmed movement that Barbarians also get at level 5. So it's just another combo inside the combo. Frankly, this is a great multiclass, and not only because it's great in combat, but also because it evokes that feeling of a brute pirate, a thug that wins many duels, not because he's the fastest, but because he's so damn strong and has so many ability tricks that he's just a menace in the battlefield, and he's just a menace in any sort of one-on-one situation. The Holy Bear. Have you ever wanted to play a snake? A holy snake that is able to grasp the throat of the enemies and explode it with radiant energy? No? I'm the only one? Well, now you can try with this multi-class. Well, snake, bear, elk, really anything that you want to multi-class in this Druid+Paladin. Start with 2 levels in Druid. Second level, pick the Circle of the Moon subclass. You will be able to transform into any beast of CR1 that you would like. After that, follow up with 2 levels in Paladin. With these 2 levels you will get useful things like Lay of Hand, spellcasting from the Paladin, but also the most important feature, Smite. For your stats, it's important to have at least 13 in strength and 15 in charisma, as well for multi-class rules. But the ones that you really want to focus are Wisdom and Constitution. We want to pump up our Wisdom and our Constitution as fast as we can. Overall, Constitution, I will say, that is the most important, used for having a hit point outside of the wild shapes. For levels 5 and beyond, you stick with Moondruid, and the multiclass it's complete. The absurd thing that makes this build work, that you can smite in your wild shapes. So basically you get the benefit of having a lot of wild shapes, you do a lot of hit points, you tank a lot, but also you also get the benefit of making a lot of damage. Being a druid, you got a lot of spell slots to burn. You can use them in your wild shape with smite, and with smites your form are going to make a lot of damage to every enemy. It's like a match made in heaven. It's mixing the durability of the Moon Druid with the boost damage that any paladin can do. It's great, really. In conclusion, if you want to add massive damage to wild shape multiclasses, this holy beast is for you. It makes combat a lot more fun with your wild shapes for sure. The Stun Machine. The Stun Machine is a combo, a dwarven combo, that mixes the Nature Cleric and the Monk. With dwarves, we don't need to invest into strength for heavy armor. We also get heavy armor proficiency with Wild Nature Cleric, so the subclass and the race works great together. If we start with one level in Nature Cleric, we get, as we said, heavy armor proficiency with other useful things, like for example spells from the Cleric list, like Blessed. But the most important thing that we get is a cantrip from the Druid spell list, and we are going to pick Shillelagh. With Shillelagh, we will need to use our first bonus action in combat for casting the cantrip, but afterwards we guarantee that all of our attacks will use Wisdom for attacks and also for damage. We are going to be focusing on Wisdom, so this is huge. We will attack with our quarterstaff, and everything will be with Wisdom. It is true that with heavy armor we lose a lot of cool features, like martial arts, like armor movement or armor defense. But at the same time, we are going to use this multiclass to empower another of features. In this case, Stunning Strike. This combo becomes online at level 6, but from level 6 and beyond, focusing full on Wisdom, we will get a lot of good opportunities to stun our enemies. The difficulty class of Stunning Strike is based on our Wisdom, so we only need to focus on improving our Wisdom as soon as possible into 20 ASAP, and after that, well, it will be very difficult for enemies to save against our Stunning Strike. That will basically turn our Shillelagh into a taser. Our role in combat is simple. We will need to run as fast as possible towards any enemy that we deem dangerous to the rest of the group, and with our both attacks we need to use Stunning Strike. If we are able to hit with both, we got 2 chances of stunning that enemy. That will not only impede the enemy from doing anything dangerous to our party, but will also give them the opportunity and the chance of attack with advantage, which is always amazing. We always want our party members attacking with advantage. We will have one level in Nature Cleric, and the rest will go to Monk. We need as much key points as possible. The idea is using Stunning Strike on every attack that we can. For Monk subclasses, well, Way of the Long Death is a good one to pick. It gives us like a bit more of toughness, but also because all of the features work with Wisdom, so it got out of synergy with everything we're working towards. A feat that worked great with this combo will be Polar Master. I mean, don't get me wrong, you want to get to 20 Wisdom as soon as possible, but after that, you want to benefit from Polar Master. Polar Master gives you an opportunity of using your bonus after casting Shillelagh for going more attacks and more Stunning Strikes, and also give you a nice reaction, which enemies get closer to you, you can stun them. That is always great to have. The Muscle Mage. The Muscle Mage utilizes a few wizard levels to empower with different spells, the toughness and the mobility of Barbarian. We are going to start with one level in Barbarian for different proficiencies, but afterwards we are going to take 2 levels in Wizard. We are going to take the Blade Singer subclass and 3 very important spells: False Life, Mage Armor, and Long Strider. For the rest of the spells, we can pick useful rituals like Find Familiar or Detect Magic. These spells will empower Barbarian through the whole day, and with different rituals we will get a bit of versatility that we wouldn't have in any other way. A Barbarian with Mage Armor, good dexterity, a decent intelligence for Bladesong, and Rage will be able to withstand a lot of punishment. I can guarantee you that. With this combo we are not going to be focused on damage, but hey, if you carry some sort of two-handed weapon like a great axe, you're going to still do decent damage, and you are going to be a lot more tanky and a lot more mobile around the battlefield. On top of all of this, if with your Barbarian subclass you pick the Bear Totem Barbarian, well, your DM is going to have it very difficult for killing you. With the Totem Barbarian specializing in Bear, we get a lot of resistances to basically all type of damage except psychic, and outside of that we already have a lot of defensive spells, Mage Armor for AC, Bladesong. We are also going to have a False Life to add extra hit points that are amazing for a Barbarian. So with all of those things together, this really used a very nice combo for specializing in a defensive Barbarian. It is true that we are going to get extra attack to levels later, and our damage is going to suffer a little bit more, but we are very defensively sound. That's also fun. And the flavor of playing a Barbarian a tribal warrior that got a little bit of sorcery in it, it's very, very fun. The Pyromaniac. Pyromaniac is a level 1 Genie Warlock that utilizes his pact with this patron not to cast Eldritch Blast or cast Hex or throw fire spells. He does it to throw oil. Okay, let me explain. We are going to mix this level 1 Warlock with as many levels in the Rogue class. More specifically, Thief Rogue. With Thief Rogues, we can, with a bonus action, use an object. With use an object, one of the users of one specific object, the flask of oil, is throwing the flask to an enemy. Now, for this combo to work, we need to be a Variant Human, and we need to start already with the Tavern Brawler feat as soon as possible. With Tavern Brawler throwing this flask of oil with a bonus action, thanks to the Thief subclass, will be considered an improvised attack, but also a throw, so it will be done with dexterity. With this, it will be 1d4 damage. But in here also comes the way that Genie Warlock works. That means that while you are holding the bottle of interpretation of your Genie, you will be able to do a little bit more of fire damage, equal to your proficiency bonus. Now I think you know where this is going. As you throw the bottle, your proficiency will proc. The feature of the Genie will proc, and you will make not only the bottle damage, not only your dexterity, not only the proficiency bonus, but the extra 5 points of fire damage to the enemy, making it amazing for just a multiclass and for just your bonus action. Now, it is true that we are going to use bonus action for this and the total damage will be more or less like this, but it's still amazing because you are still a rogue and you can use your action for using any sort of sneak attack that you're able to. Run the battlefield, use your bonus for throwing oil, and after that either use Eldritch Blast, either use a spell from the world level, or use the opportunity to try to throw a sneak attack around. This combo comes online as soon at level 4 and gives a lot of firepower, pun intended, to your character. I mean, let's be real. Probably sooner or later will be taken by the guard for charges of arson. But while that happens, you get a spellcaster and a lot of utility with the rogue. So you have all of that, this amazing bonus. And aside of that, if rogue subclass itself is very strong. Not only for this interaction, but also because you can use a lot of tiny items that you never thought about, very clever ways, all with the bonus. For example, caltrops is another item that it is very useful. So those are the 5 multi-class combos of today's video. Thank you so much for watching till the end. Like, subscribe and ring that bell if you like my content. Now I'll see you in the next adventure.